Hey, it's Taco Tuesday. All right, so it's Taco Tuesday. We're going to talk about the border wall. We're going to talk about what's developing there, and hopefully Cameron's freaking camera is going to behave because, damn it.
I'm not going to touch nothing.
Um. So anyway, I I'm not going to put a lot in this morning. I don't want to go too deep into the arguments generally. I just want to make the basic. I just want to basically talk about why it matters. So a wall works. I I hope you've seen the Adam ruins everything episode where he makes all the arguments against the wall. Have you seen that, Cameron?
I have not.
Oh,
And
it's fun to watch because it's amusing. I mean, Adam Conover is a liar, and he actually makes the argument that a wall will increase criminal invasion. He actually makes the argument that if we build a wall, there will be more illegal uh, immigration. And so today, I want to keep it simple. I just want to focus on terms. We've talked about this before, but I want to make this a specific part of this series and this ongoing work. So, definitions of terms. Immigration is a legal process whereby one seeks permission to permanently relocate to another country, right? To another state. Um, to to an to a certain extent, it is technically immigration to move your home, your place of residence from one of the United States to another, so Georgia to California. Um, that is technically a type of immigration. Rushing across a border into a country and then establishing a base of operations is not immigration. It's not even illegal immigration. No, it's called invasion.
yep, yep, that's exactly what it is. And if you doubt it, try it in reverse. Let's have a few thousand people flood into Mexico,
Or
and
India.
they're gonna use their children as shields. I'm sure that'll work out for everybody. And speaking of terms, here's a few terms that I'd like to define as part of this conversation. One, we don't have concentration camps. We do not have concentration camps. We have detention centers. This is important, and I've said it before. Look up Bertrand Russell. Look up emotive conjugation. You can use the same technical definition, but you can have a radically different emotional context, and you alter the perception of the person who's hearing you speak the words. It's no accident that our supposedly white supremacist president is running concentration camps. It's all about the Cheeto Trump Hitler bad meme all over again. Because if he's Hitler, of course he's running concentration camps. Duh. Second thing, family separation. That happens 100% of the time. You get arrested for a crime. If if I get arrested for domestic violence, I'm going to be separated from my family. Oh, but crossing the border is technically a misdemeanor. Okay, fine. If I get arrested for disorderly conduct, I'm going to be separated from my family. That's what's going to happen. And speaking of family separation, the stats that have been released say that 30% of the children in the DNA tests that they've gotten back so far, the kids are not related to the grown-ups that they cross the border with. Hmm. Maybe that's part of why we're separating them. Because here's the thing, and this is just the truth. You walk across a border, you have no ID, you have nothing, and you come from an area whose infrastructure has collapsed. We literally have no way to instantly verify who you are. If I go to Britain, well, I'm a registered US citizen, and Britain and America have compatible infrastructures that allow them to instantly verify who I am. But you've just walked 1,500 miles and you just show up and you say, oh, I swear, my kid, asylum, asylum. No, that's not how that works. That's not at all how that works. You want to be really humanitarian? You tired of the kids in cages and all that other leftist bullshit? Build a wall. It's just that simple. Walls work. And incentives matter. So, the current round of Democrat candidates say um, that their healthcare plan will pay for the healthcare of illegal immigrants. And that's awesome. I just saw the image you put up, Chris. That's great. That's great. Because that's exactly what they're doing. They're using children as shields. Because Americans are soft, we're good people. So if you want to be really humanitarian to these people, and let's just talk about the humanitarian aspect of it. Apparently, the majority of women who make this journey are sexually assaulted along the way. And
Like the vast majority, some 80, 90% or some outrageously high figure.
oh, yes, oh, yes. And then the healthcare of the children themselves. I have
I mean, it's
babies.
a number that's all it's a number that's bizarre. That's I mean, it's outrageously high. It's like the number of single black mothers. It's it's insane.
Womp womp. And the children as well. I have babies. I have four of them. I'm not walking them across 2,000 miles of Central America. I'm just not. That sounds like a good way for us to get, well, hurt, killed, used as drug mules. I mean, all manner of extortion. No, no, no. Build the wall. Walls work, incentives matter. If there's no wall and you're going to get free healthcare when you get here and you don't have to go through a legal port of entry to request asylum, well, frankly, why would you change your behavior? Because that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Don't don't listen to this walls are racist bullshit. No, no, no. A wall is a thing. Things are not racist. People are racist, like Democrats, but walls are not racist, and they work. You got any more terms you want to define here, Chris? Anything else offensive you want to say just to help make the point?
I do like to stir the pudding, uh, but no, I think one of my biggest one of the things that aggravates me the most is obviously all this racism rhetoric coming from the party of active segregation. Now, be clear on that. I'm not making the claim that the Democrats are the party that instituted, supported, and exacerbated segregation through Jim Crow laws in the South. That's a brute fact. There's no arguing that. The claim that I'm making is that they are actively engaged in the work of segregation. That's what the whole intersectional thing is about, is maximized segregation. They'll be happy when there are 100 water fountains on every wall that's each individually labeled, and you have to walk and read each sign until you find the one that says black trans woman before you can stop and take a drink. Okay, so definition in terms is especially important because the work of the Democrat to achieve that sort of segregation through this whole neo-Marxist intersectionality bullshit is a hijacking of the language. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and he said, "Well, xenophobia means being afraid of people from other countries." And then he drops this list in the chat. It's like its synonyms are racism and and ethnocentrism and isolationism and nationalism. I'm like, oh God, no, 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 idiot. Okay, no, xenophobia. The word xenophobia comes from the Greek xenos for fear and the name of the Greek god Phobos, the god of fear. I'm sorry, xeno for strange, xenos for strange or foreign, and Phobos. Xenophobia can can also describe, oh, I'm walking through the woods and I see an animal that I've never recognized, I've never seen before, I don't recognize it. And I have a reasonable concern that it's dangerous. All right, there's a level of xenophobia, the actual thing, that is an evolutionary necessity. Okay, that's why the uncanny valley matters. That's why when we see the big-headed gray aliens in alien invasion movies, they're a little creepy because they're not quite right. Now that go ahead, Cameron.
Uh, no, I was just going to point out that I think you had some accidental irony there. You just talked about aliens.
Accidents. And then the other thing that just that just it just irked me puts this whole list of synonyms. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Ethnocentricity. Ethnocentricity is an adherence to sameness. That's that's an antonym to xenophobia. They're not the same thing. Okay, to be repulsed by that which is foreign and to be attracted to that which is known, these are not the same phenomenon because you can have either without the other.
Yep.
It's not complicated. Most people prefer to eat foods that they're familiar with, and even if they're adventurous, even if they're adventurous uh, foodies, they'll feel a little nervous about trying something. Excuse me, about trying something new. That is ethnocentricity and xenophobia. Okay, these two things are not inherently evil things. Uh, Seeking the extermination of a people based on immutable characteristics, that's a thing. That's evil. Now, is what we're doing with the idea of a border wall is uh is that somehow tantamount to that or even related? I definitely say no.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chris, unless you got anything else, I'm done. Just one more time. They're not concentration camps, people. Wake the hell up. But apart from that, good show.
Yeah, definitely. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow for what WTF CNN. Have a good, be safe, drive to work, and we'll see you tomorrow.